Okay, dare I say it, yesterday felt like summer. I'm hoping that means we're not going to see snowflakes again, because we have had actually snow in May before. But that sunshine and that 80-degree weather had me ready to dust off the paddleboard and hit the water. Best way to do that is with the best tour guide on Sylvan Lake, Misty Marcum with Luna Moon Sup Yoga. Good morning, Miss Misty. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I've got my fingers crossed for this weather too, because it's been amazing, and it just makes you feel really good.
Oh, it's like your attitude changes, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm hot out here today.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I know I've lived here my whole life, so I can remember as a kid seeing Memorial Day is not so good as a weekend, but who knows? Maybe we're away from that now.
Fingers crossed. And I was getting anxious, you know, because you drive by the lakes and it looks amazing. Everyone right now is thinking boating season, getting out there on their paddle boards, on their kayaks. But before they hit the water, especially paddleboarding, should they do certain things first on land, on dry land?
Well, I always say check the weather. Even when you're in your backyard, I know it happens to me. I live right here at the lake, but in the backyard, on my deck, it could be sunny, no breeze, feel 90 degrees because the deck is attracting all the heat. And as soon as I go to the water edge, like, oh, there's a light breeze coming out of the west. And how fast is that wind? Well, if you look at your app, and look at probably multiple apps, especially throughout the summer, and make sure you get some sort of weather alerts, especially if you are out there. Weather can still happen. I don't know. I mean, being on a boat, same thing can happen. If you look up to the sky and see some dart coming, you know, you kind of want to know in advance, especially if you're across the lake in one of those awesome canals and you need to make it back. So definitely having some plan A's, B's, maybe even a C if you're already out there. And then I would also do a gear check. In paddleboarding and even kayaking, you know, you have your paddle, and you want to make sure that that's even at your proper height. And these are kind of like longer-ended stories, but just some tips. Maybe if they Google it or just come to a class, and I'll share all those tips. And even if you have your own gear, I can teach you how to use. Last year, I even did some kayak tours because people were getting more out on the lake, but they're using their kayaks. Another thing definitely to have with you is your life preserver. So there's multiple versions of those, but please make sure you have one on your board or kayak. Even if you're not wearing one, they do have the waist belts that go around the waist, and those are a little less cumbersome, and they're a pull tab. So if you're a great swimmer, all you got to do is pull the tab, and it's a CO2 cartridge that would ignite and blow the thing up, and then you wrap it around you. I would do some stretches even.
Yeah, I see, and I love that. That's why we have you on, because people think, oh, I can just jump out there, or if they're buying a new paddleboard. But you really need to take time to educate yourself, and as you're going out on the lake for the first time, double check, make sure your gear and everything is, you know, up to par, because after sitting in the garage all winter, I love your classes. You are so unique. So people, Misty offers classes, paddleboard yoga, meditation, and they are so fun. But what I like is you are so inviting, and you welcome people of all skill levels. Tell us more about your classes.
Definitely, all levels are welcome. You know, this is still a very rapid growing sport. Just like I mentioned, even more people wanting to do kayak. I think even older ages, people are just ready to do something. You know, whether we blame the past 2 years of what's been going on, but the classes, I mean, I do offer a variety, and like I say, all levels. If someone is super nervous and they are a newbie, you know, maybe having a phone call with me, I would love to talk on the phone with you before you come out and just kind of capture your needs, goals. If you do have a little bit of fear of the water, those are all great things for an instructor to know, and nothing to be ashamed about or hide. You know, the water just adds a whole nother element. As much as it is calming, relaxing, and very, you know, fun and distressed to look at, especially in those sunsets or the greenery and all that. I like to make sure they're comfortable. And so there are a few ways that I will teach, especially if it's very overwhelming for them to just even get on one of these boards. I do want to highlight the board really quick. It is a very stable board. So for these classes, they are not your typical surf style, potato chip looking paddleboard, which are very unstable.
Kind of what I have. So, hey, Misty, I'm sorry. We only have like 15 seconds left, but I want to really make sure everyone, she's awesome. I even got my husband out there. Quickly, in 15 seconds, tell us where can people find you, because we want them to sign up for your class. They book fast.
Go to lunamoonsupyoga.com, lunamoonsupyoga.com, and all my information is there. I have, my email, phone number, everything. I put so much into this website so that everyone can see and know.